Hello, we're here with Dwayne Wolf, the president of the INSRA, and we are about to do another one of our awesome, famous recaps of tournaments past. We are doing state doubles today, and first of all, I mean, we just kind of went over what happened at the event at this meeting, and what did you think about the event?
Well, we had a great event. We were up there at the Franciscan Omni up there in Schererville. We had more players than last year, so that's always a good thing. And we were able to get it completed in one day, which is also a good thing. And I think a good time was had by all of us. Very pleased with the way the day went.
Yeah, as far as I could tell, everybody had a great time. People were having a good time playing, and a lot of great matches that happened. And so I guess we might as well just get on down to it and see who won.
Absolutely. Why don't we start right at the top and start with the men's open?
All right, let's do it.
Okay. No surprise to anyone who's been following Indiana State Racquetball. The winners of the men's open division, Adam Taylor and Ryan Griffin. It's like 7th, 8th, 9th, 40th year in a row that they've won this event. They're really in sync, back playing well again after some injuries and playing very well together. And so, I mean, they're the team to beat.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, if you've ever seen them play or the men's open division at all, it's a lot of fun to watch. So a lot of really great shots in those matches.
Absolutely. And coming in second was Rich Bowman and Jose Martinez. So it was great. When those two groups play, it's always a battle.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Definitely. 4 great players in that group.
Absolutely. Men's A, different players this time. We had Dale Shuey and Frank Rivera win the men's A, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, went to a tiebreaker. I think that's one of the videos that's up on the site, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, it is, and definitely worth watching. It went the distance. It was an excellent match. The tiebreaker was close as well.
Yeah, I think it was maybe 11-10, 11-9, something like that.
Yeah, it was really close. So it's a very even match, a lot of hard hitting and a lot of great shots.
Right, and they were playing Matt Beals and Drake Devers, and they put on a great fight. As a matter of fact, I played against both of those guys, so no, it was a hard fought match, and like I said, I know getting to see some of the end of that was a long, hard fought match, and when everybody was done, they were definitely wiped out, and they gave it everything they had.
Oh yeah, definitely. The thing that I've noticed about players at that level is there are a lot of really difficult shots that seem like they're kind of automatic. I mean, there's no hesitation. The technique is there. It just comes down to who makes better shots.
Absolutely. So everybody can hit the rollout at that point, but who can hit the pass and get it by the fast players? Because everybody's moving pretty fast, and who has the better serve that can really put the other team on the defense instead of the offense, and that can make the difference.
Yeah, certainly. All right, so what else do we have here?
In the men's B, Todd McKibben and Craig Coleman took first over Eric Burnett and David Wilmore Jr.
Yes.
So.
Well, and this is another video that's right here on the INSRA YouTube channel. I have to say, Dwayne, I played against the second place team, and I mean, this is another situation where there's just four great players. This one did not go to a tiebreaker, but you can see it was still very even. I mean, McKibben and Coleman were just able to get a few more points each time than the other team, but it was very, very even matchup. I remember playing again the second place, Eric Burnett and David Wilmore Jr., and they were just outstanding. They made their shots. They were mobile enough to get everywhere they needed to be at a certain time. There was really no part of the court that you could guarantee that they could not cover, and they just really played an outstanding tournament. So congratulations to all 4 of those guys.
Absolutely. One of the things that you can kind of see the flow of things when 2 players have played together for a long period of time, as opposed to when people are just meeting or playing for the first time, or they don't play that often together, and they may not have that sync and know when to take the shots and when not. But like you said, that even though it didn't go to a tiebreaker, there was a lot of good play in there, because I think both teams are players that play together a lot. So they're familiar with each other. So it creates some great play.
All right, excellent. So moving on.
Men's C, we have Mark and Jody Ashley won Men's C, taking it from second place winners George Parabek and Jeff Gillum.
Yes, well, I mean, I've had matches with I think all four of those guys, and they all are very, very competitive gentlemen. So that should have been an excellent match to see too.
Yeah, it was. With all of these matches, they were round robin, which pretty much is what we end up doing with the state doubles, unless we have a very large draw on that. But, when you're talking doubles, there's obviously 2 to a team as opposed to, a single draw. So almost every one of these rounds, I believe, and I think every single one was a round robin. So everybody got to play everybody else, or we had flights where then they crossed over and the winners of each flight would play. And so both of these teams got to play each other in this event. So throughout the course of their round robin, and I watched the two Ashley brothers really improve their play over the years because we played at the same club, and those guys are really getting in sync and doing very well.
Yeah, it's always nice to see development in some of these, whether they be newer or players that have played a long time. You can tell when someone's taken a major step forward, and that's always good to see.
Absolutely. So let's jump into some mixed doubles. Let's do the Open A category. Extremely competitive category. And in this case, it was Adam Taylor and Deb Seffendel over Jack Coleman and Debbie Cheney. And again, I think there were 5 teams in that bracket, and every match was competitive. I mean, it was a lot of hard play in that. It was one of the more competitive groupings of all of the fields, where everybody was almost with one step behind the other. I mean, it was very close play. So it was really, really very fun to watch. And so the winning team certainly deserved it because they had to work hard to get there.
Well, that's good. I mean, that's the most you can hope for, is it being competitive and all that stuff. Very familiar names at the top of the division as well, and it's nice to see that too.
Absolutely. You expect that, but you also like to see that those individuals have to work really hard to get there. You don't want to see anything given to anybody, and you like to see that. They were hard-fought matches and down to the wire, and 1 point can make a difference. And, that's why, especially in round robins, it's really about point totals, and you have to make sure that, every point counts, because you never know when that 1 point's going to be the difference.
That's right. That's for sure. You always have to work as hard as you can all the time.
All right, we'll come back to Mix B in a minute, but let's go to one of the favorite categories, and that's the 100. What's called Century 100+ combined, where your age has to be, the 2 players has to be over 100. So if you're both 50, you're good to go. But when one player is 60 and another's 40, you're also good to go. So it creates all different types of level of play. Matter of fact, this year we only had it in the open/A division. Next year, it looks like we're going to look at having it separated into 2. We'll have it for the Open A, and then for a B and C divisions as well, because I think that's just a lot of fun.
Yeah, excellent. It also creates, like you said, different levels and different styles of playing too. There are things that work better for your partner. Albeit that some people might not be as mobile, but they make better shots, and that's really kind of fun to watch that all come together in this big mix of different players and personalities. Absolutely,
it is one of the most. Again, it's very competitive, and again the diversity of the players, because again, someone who may be a little bit older may not have the speed that they once had, but they have the expertise in the shots and the court placement, and that changes the dynamics quite a bit. So very interesting.
It certainly does. I don't think enough emphasis gets to be put on the cerebral factor in racquetball. It's definitely there, especially in the upper divisions.
Absolutely, and I'm a cerebral player, and sometimes I play out of my head, and just play horribly. So, but yeah, so it's quite a fun event. So, so next year look for two divisions in that category.
Excellent. That ought to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Next category was a combined category, 30, 40, 50 B division. So another division for the B players. Probably in this case, a lot of those players probably would play in a Century B or C next year. So we'll see how that works. But in this case, we had Derek Hansen and Tim Kennestrick. And they took out, they were first, and second place was Craig Coleman and Todd McKibben.
Okay, excellent. Some four great players again. So awesome.
Absolutely. And again, it's when you group them together, and even though the age is a little bit different, there's a little bit of a swing, but the consistency of the players is pretty much there. So they get they have a great bracket, and they have to work hard to win it. So.
Excellent. That's what you want to see.
Absolutely. The other mixed category that we had was mixed B. There we had Steve Spear and Diane Niedermeyer taking first, and second was Joe Alamilo and Jana Noble.
Yes. Again, I know those folks pretty well. All four of them are excellent players. It's, again, wonderful to see them at the top of the division, and I'm sure they worked hard to get there.
They did, and I think the final match was a hard-fought one, and they had, I think, again, maybe two flights where they had to work together and finish off in the end, and that was a lot of work to win that one. So, and good match by all the players.
Excellent.
Looks like next we have the men's 30-40 open bracket. And the winners were Dale Shuey and Frank Rivera. They won over three other teams. Roberto Berestein and Jim Schenk came in second. I played with Roberto. I've not played with Jim, but Jim is on file here on the site. It'd be worth it to you for anybody who's interested in seeing some really fine racquetball to go seek out videos that he's in. Roberto, I'm not so sure if we have him on file either, or the other two guys that actually won this division. But it just goes to show you, really, to just even be in the mix in this division is really outstanding. You really, really have to play your A game. And these four guys certainly did that here.
Yeah, they move well, hit hard, and very accurate in their play. And it was a hard-fought match or division for them to win. So I know they were very excited to win that division as well.
Excellent.
And now we'll go to the ladies' side of things, and it's really, really great to have five doubles teams in this division. We are always looking for more female players. Any of you ladies out there want to come and join the fun, we'd be happy to have you. And as you can see, it's already been pretty active, so it's a great time, and you ought to come out. The winning team is the team of Andrea Schmalzried and Diana Veit. I've seen both these two play, and they are outstanding. They're very, very good players. And the rest of these teams are also pretty developed. They're all five of these teams continue to get better as their careers lengthen, and it's really, really cool to see that kind of development. So, again, congratulations to Andrea Schmalzried and Diana Veit. They win the women's doubles Open AB division.
And the last one, we got 60 plus. Dan Kohlerzieg. Is that Koloje? There you go. And Robert Martin took first place, and in second was Jim Bono and Drake Devers. So that was our last match of the grouping that we had. 60 plus. Don't have as many people in that group, but we'd love to have more. So. I know they had a pretty good knockdown drag-out fight for that between the two of those teams.
Definitely, and they're familiar names as well. You probably see at least 2 out of the 4 in some other videos here on the site. So if you check out some videos, you'll probably see their names pop up.
Yeah, and so again, that was the kind of the quick recap of everything. One thing we will be reviewing and most likely will be adding to next year as well. I already talked about the Century division going to another division, but we are reviewing and most likely will approve the play of out-of-state players as long as they play with an in-state player. So their partner must be an Indiana resident, and that will allow a lot of folks from, the Chicago area, right in Illinois, Michigan, somebody from Ohio that might know somebody, or Kentucky, that, can pair up with an Indiana player, and they can play in our state doubles.
Yeah, and this is not an uncommon thing. It's been done in other states as well. As far as I know, the results and the reception has been positive for that. What would you think?
Absolutely. I think anytime you can add more players, it creates a better event. And, that's exactly what we want. Because we have a lot of friends that we know from Illinois that play at some of the other events up there at the Omni. And they weren't able to play in this, and so they come and they watch and they cheer on their friends. But they would definitely be involved in this. And of course, the more players we have, the better the tournament and the more fun everybody has.
Excellent. Any final thoughts you think about the event?
I think the event came off very well. Again, it's nice to have a one-day event. The facility is amazing, and thank you to all of our sponsors. We had Rosati's come up with dinner, and Lencioni Catering a great lunch. Calumet Bakery with our early morning pastries and cookies and so forth, and the volunteers that were there to help out. We thank them for that, and so it was just an amazing event, and we look forward to next year's event. It'll be at the same location again, and put on your calendars for state singles in April.
All right, can't wait. Dwayne, thanks for your time, and thanks for talking with us today, and I guess we'll see you again real soon.
Very good. Thank you.
For all things INSRA, please visit insra.org. This channel right here on YouTube or on Facebook, search Indiana State Racquetball Association. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you again real soon.